Challenge 7, function rollCall. Write a function rollCall that accepts an array of names and returns a function. The first time the returned function is invoked, it should log the first name to the console. The second time, logs the second name, and so on, until all names have been called, or until all names have been called. Once all names have been called, it should log everyone accounted for. Okay. So, obviously going to be using closures. This is the closure section. So, it's going to return a function, and inside of that function, we're going to increment a counter inside the body of rollCall. And we're going to increment that counter every time it is invoked, and once counter is longer than our input array's length, then we'll log everyone accounted for. So, starting off with some pseudocode, it's going to declare counter. I can spell counter variable, and then return function with do we need a parameter? I'm actually not sure if we need a parameter yet, so it's just going to return a function, and inside of that function we are going to before that we're going to loop through names array, console log current name if counter is less than array's length. Counter is larger than array's length. Log everyone accounted for. Okay, so I'm just going to declare a counter here, initialize it to 0. You're going to loop through our, actually, that's wrong. Return a function here, so we're going to return function. I don't think we take an argument, so just return a function here. So loop through, so we're going to use a for of loop here. I believe we can do that. Yeah, I think so. So for let element of names then forgot to increment counter. So increment counter, if counter is less than name's length, then So I see an issue here. So looking back, actually, we don't need for loop because we have our counter. So we're going to comment those out. And use our counter as that. So we'll console log names at index counter and then increment counter. And then we can just say else everyone accounted for as a string. Oops. Okay. Can I return this? Okay. Oop, my for loop still in there. So yeah, perfect. That's exactly perfect. Yep, exactly what we were looking for. So yeah, I don't know how I want to use a for loop. I forgot we were using closure instead. So we are assigning a roll caller to the roll call function with the argument Victoria, Juan, and Ruth inside of an array. And we're initializing our counter in our closeover variable environment to 0. Then every time it's called, we log the next element in the array, starting out at 0 and then incrementing it for the next time. And then once that counter is longer than our name's length, so once it's bigger than 3, it's 3 or bigger than 3, then we log everyone accounted for. So pretty simple.